you want to know what women are doing? Y'all are trying to find different ways to replace having a man. For example, we're starting to see an uptick in women asking other women to share their men with them. Hey, can your man come over and fix my light? Hey, can your man come over and
Hey,
help me raise my kids? Hey, can your man come over and help take
I'm
out the
getting
trash?
passed around my neighborhood. Yeah, you're
Like
right.
they are literally trying to find different ways to replace having a partner. The very thing that a
That's real.
partner would do for you, you want to circumvent that because you don't want to do the work to actually become a wife. You don't want to do the work to gain a husband. So what you try to do is you try to find different ways and niches to satisfy your life to replace that. I think it's a reaction. It's not them saying, "Oh, I choose to be single over marriage." It's them saying, "Well, I can't get married, so I guess I might as well settle for this."
Wait a minute. So if somebody has been married and they're divorced or they're widowed, do they get a pass to no longer seek marriage and lean on the community because they're a part of the community? They're not
You know
leeching
what's an
from, but they're
interesting,
also adding to.
stat though?
Is it okay for
You know,
them?
hold on, fantasy. You know what's an interesting
Uh-uh.
stat? Divorced. Wait, I think widows. I'm not sure if it's divorced. Have a much higher chance of getting remarried than a woman who's never been married. So that really not only speaks to them being prepared for marriage and attractive to another man for marriage, it speaks to them knowing that they need companionship in life, whether it's because they have children or they understand they're not supposed to be going through life alone. All right. All right. So real quick, let me just make the announcement. Real quick. Because we losing people now. I just dropped the link in the chat. This is officially Lapeef After Hours. Those of y'all that want to come up, you must be on cam, and I'm gonna verify you in the back chat before you come up. But I'm gonna drop that link again. Go ahead, Fantasy. Respond. My bad.
No, I was saying I have to go to bed since it's after
Oh,
hours and we done.
Good
night.
All right, yo. Left us as a sausage fest up here. All right,
I gotta go be with my
It's
man.
over.
Bye.
it's all good. We're gonna hold it down.
You know it's crazy though, because I've been saying this chick in the if Witty Jim, why don't you hit the link and come up here? Seriously.
No, Witty Jim would never. She would never.
Of course not. Because it's
never.
wild. It's wild that they always say, "Oh, here y'all go with y'all stats." Just because you don't like the stat doesn't mean it's any less valid. We do know that majority of people who get a divorce go back and get remarried. We know that without a shadow of a doubt. So again, it doesn't negate the fact that what women try to do when they cannot get married is they try to find other ways to circumvent it. Everything that Fantasy was talking about that women are trying to do now is a replacement to marriage. Is not the thing that they wanted to go out there and start off doing. It's a replacement for men.
Exactly. So much so that they have to. This is why they're so fluid with their thinking and their actions. They have to change norms around to be able to fit in with the people they want to be around. So women are supposed to know. You don't ask, like you said, you don't ask another woman to borrow her man, so to speak. But they got to make that normal because they're not married, right? If I take my kids, and this has happened twice now, if I take my kids to the playground in our, one of the ones in our sections of homes, there's like one in between every section of homes. A woman will ask for my number so our children can have a play date and get upset when I give them my wife's number. You see what I'm saying? But that's not normal. You're not supposed to be doing that. But the lady's unmarried. So she's like, I don't see what the big problem is. Excuse me? You don't ask me for my number to come play with my kids. I gave you my wife's number because I can see our kids like each other. They're playing well. That's a great idea. Call my wife. They're trying to change norms around to fit their standard of being not married, only because they're not married. Exactly. But would have a problem with their husband if they were married, giving his number out to another woman.
That's where that double standard comes in. That's definitely a double standard right there.
I guarantee you, shit. I guarantee they ain't passing. These wives ain't passing wives around though. Talking about saying, "Hey, look, you can go cook for my man. It's all good, but it's okay for me to go out there and fix your ceiling fan."
Yep. Wow, man, it's wild. Ikane, what's going on, man?
Man, I tell you,
I gotta go, bro. I'm out of here.
A lot of women are crazy. If you see what Alan just said, that speaks volume. You know why? Because I don't understand why people will say that women are going to build community. Is that community of failures? I think that's what it is. Community of failures. People that failed in life. When you're a single woman, you can't get a man. You're a failure. Absolutely a failure.
Yeah, I definitely mentioned that word earlier. For real, you're right.
Yeah, yeah, they are failures because at the age of 25, if you can't find a man, if a man can't see you and find you attractive to be a wife, there is something wrong. You got to start asking questions. You got to go to your dad. You got to go to your mom. Ask them what is going on. Somebody got to hook you up with somebody. That's life. Because you can't be a woman and be single with no man to cover you at such an age. It's very, very dangerous out there. And the problem is, man made a big mistake. When we built civilization, we tried to accommodate our daughters. But we didn't know as men we set our daughters up for failure. Because these are the problems that men created. Like I was speaking to an uncle of mine today. He was saying something about his daughter graduated from university from Baylor. And now she wanted to go to Pennsylvania to do her master's. So the only way he got her to stop was because he showed her that if she wants to go to Baylor, no, to Pennsylvania to do her master's, she has to pay for it by getting loans. So she checked the loans and found out that damn, she's going to be paying all that much in loans for her paycheck. That's why she didn't want to go to masters for now. But guess what? If her dad had said no, he's going to pay for it, right? She would have gone to her masters. But this is the problem of what I got. This is what I got from that conversation. That kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah.
I told him, I said to him, but she's done with undergraduate. What about she gets married? Yeah, he said to me, oh, no. I want her to go to school because she has to bring something to the table. I'm like, no, she got to get married now. She already has a bachelor's degree. If you want to over-educate her, she's going to find it difficult to get married. Because most men want to be helpers. They don't want to come here and prove to them that you can help yourself. So why do you need a husband?
Yeah,
That was when
she would price herself out of the market.
That's right.
Because
right.
First, here's the problem with that. Women are hypergamous by nature. Most of us understand that. So as you grow in the socio-sexual hierarchy, right? Like let's say you're elevating yourself as a woman. You're elevating. That means that now you can only date with men that are at least equal or better to your social or financial status, right? That's just or economic status. That's how they go. They generally don't go down, and if they do, they look down on a man. They don't respect him, and you have all types of issues in short-term relationships. So as you go up, you start to pass the men. So you are actually minimizing your options as you become educated, as you become skilled. Unfortunately, it's just what it is because you won't date down. You can't personally function dating down, right? You can't be successful at it. Women can't be successful at dating down. By and large, that's just what it is. So you will price yourself out of the market. Whereas a man, as he excels, his options are now more open because there's more and more females that are below him, and he can date down because we are not hypergamous. So
yes, we are not hypergamous in nature because men go up, down, and horizontal. We go up and down and horizontal, but a woman can only go up in choosing. She only goes up in choosing. But the problem, what I'm trying to point out in what I said is this. Men also have to help to prepare their daughters because this problem is not only left to single women only. There are more girls now coming from two-parent household with this mentality because I got to tell you, some of these girls are even being destroyed by their own fathers.
All right, I'll tell you this, brother. Listen, you're right on the money with that. Two things with that. One, at least what 70 to 80% of us are raised by just mothers, right? That's a major issue. We have to stop that. So, men, if you are not with the woman who you feel like you want to spend the rest of your life with, stop shooting the club up. Whatever method that you want to do to deter that, to mitigate that, just do that. Don't shoot the club up with somebody who you can't see as your wife or somebody you're with for a very long time, at least until the children are grown. So we have to take accountability on that part. And women, stop allowing access to men who you are not sure about, who have not proven that they want you to be in their life long term, right? You have to really start vetting better, right? That's and I always say, men, we know how to court women, but we don't know how to vet women. And those are very different things. We spend way more time trying to court women than we do trying to vet women. We also had a conversation. If check out King Talk, anybody who didn't see it last Thursday, we talked about it, where I actually mentioned that there's actually fathers that will ruin daughters too. The fearful father, right? There's the father, just like how we always talk about women who have son husbands, right? And they ruin their child, make them not prepared for the world. There are fathers who are the fearful fathers, right? Who just can't stand the idea of another man ruling over his daughter, right? And that's how they see it. So they prepare their woman so much that they now have just a little too much independence. When a woman feels like she doesn't need a man, she can't respect a man and treat a man the way that she needs to be treated. And that's a major issue. So we have to be very careful. There's such a delicate balance with our sons and especially our daughters. We have to prepare them, but we also have to equip them with skills, right? And we have to make sure that she's nurturing. We have to make sure that she knows how to be feminine. I know we don't want our daughter stranded out there and couldn't change a tire. It's okay to show her how to change a tire, but it's okay that she understands that she's in the presence of a man and she can relax and rest in her femininity and trust in a man that he's going to take care of the situation and have her back. And we don't do that all the time. A lot of men over prepare their daughters for independence, and that's a detriment as well.